It's 2024, and people are still arguing over whether Mao Zedong was a messiah or a monster. And while the jury's still out on whether his atrocities outweighed his achievements, one thing is for certain: the guy absolutely reeked. In 2013, Business Insider wrote that deceased communist dictator Mao Zedong was still bigger than Jesus in China. Devoted pilgrims visited the village where he was born. China's Communist Party touts Mao as its source of legitimacy. As it turns out, Mao was also a god-awful human being. In King of the Mountain, author Arnold Ludwig writes that China's celebrated despot had a hand in an estimated 40 million deaths. But decades of indoctrination have in large part blinded China to just how full of crap Mao actually was. That's not a joke. The man was chronically constipated. As Ludwig describes, the chairman's bodyguards were, quote, trained not only to protect him against enemies, but also to give him enemas if they failed at, dislodging his situation with their bare hands. Even Mao's bathroom victories were regarded as special occasions. At the end of a 9-day bout of constipation, his employees rejoiced, quote, "The chairman's bowels have moved." Having to unclog a dictator's butt by hand must have been horrific enough, but it must have been especially horrendous in Mao's case because he had the personal hygiene of a garbage dump. Dr. Li Suzhui served as Mao's personal physician for 22 years. He knew where the bodies were buried and what horrors were buried in Mao's body. In 1994, nearly 2 decades after the despot's death, Li unearthed these icky secrets in a tell-all and decided to tell the people all about it. The doctor revealed that the dictator never brushed his teeth, which turned green. His infected gums gushed pus. When encouraged to brush his not at all pearly greens, Mao growled, "Does a tiger brush his teeth?"
Oh no! A tiger! Help! Help!
The chairman preferred to rinse his mouth with tea and chew leaves like the peasants did. He seemed to revel in his grossness. As detailed in King of the Mountain, Mao once reached into his pants to pick lice off his body deliberately while being interviewed by a female reporter. He also considered bathing a waste of time. And since Mao already spent much of his precious time expelling waste due to constipation, it comes as no surprise that he only occasionally gave people's nostrils a reprieve when he went for a swim and toweled off. Li blamed the chairman's deep-seated opposition to soap and water on a 3-bath philosophy that Chinese peasants allegedly adopted: a bath at birth, one before marriage, and one at death. One of the giant ironies of Mao's reign is that he waged a major campaign that promoted peasant hygiene and improved sanitation. Per the Journal of Global Health, the communicable disease control implemented under Mao led to a huge boost in life expectancy and dramatic drops in infant mortality, STDs, and other maladies. NPR reports that he remedied a shortage of competent doctors by organizing a system of so-called barefoot doctors who had basic medical training and augmented their knowledge with a rigorous 3 to 6 month crash course. These insta-physicians were dispersed to villages. Unfortunately, because this is Mao we're talking about, these important advancements were accompanied by a giant leap backward. As you may have guessed, the iron-fisted despot was not trying to improve people's health out of the goodness of his heart. He wanted to increase agricultural productivity as part of his signature Great Leap Forward, an effort to modernize China which ended up killing millions of people and untold numbers of animals. As Ozzy describes, Mao called for the extermination of the 4 pests he said spread disease and became a blight on farmers by devouring hard-grown grain. Mao wanted to eradicate rats, flies, mosquitoes, and sparrows, the last of which he also despised for being a capitalist animal.
I don't even know what that means.
No one knows what it means, but it's provocative.
So vicious was this hostility towards sparrows that citizens massacred them with abandon, going so far as to bang pots, pans, and drums to keep the birds from landing, forcing them to fly until they dropped dead from exhaustion. China's war on sparrows ended up spawning a plague of locusts that devoured crops, leading to a catastrophic famine that, combined with other hardships, claimed tens of millions of lives. So even when Mao tried to clean up the country, his disgustingness stunk up the place.